It's another time with the power circuit. This weekly informative program is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. In this edition, we have the following reports. Minister tax operators on improved power sector performance. And in this edition, there is a spotlight on the Lagos region of TCN, where critical power transmission expansion projects are being accelerated to further increase the region's wheeling capacity. Amara Agugesi will be leading you through this for the next half hour. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, has tasked operators in the power sector value chain to heighten performances for improvements in electricity supply. The minister gave this charge when he met with the management teams of power operators in Abuja.
At the meeting with the heads of power generation companies and those of distribution companies, Chief Adelabu said the meeting was aimed at finding a lasting solution to the challenges in the power sector that had affected the growth and development of the country's economy.
There's nothing that brings us together like this that is beyond looking for a better way to move the power sector forward. That is the sole objective of all of us here, and that will be mutually beneficial to the Ministry of Power, to the disco operators, to electricity consumers generally, and Nigeria at large.
The minister further urged the players in the generation, transmission and distribution value chain to always prioritize national interest in discharging their tasks. He also re-echoed the vision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on improving the lives of Nigerians, of which the power sector would play a major role in achieving that.
We all listened to Mr. President in his inaugural speech of his intention and his desire to transform the country, to make life better for the citizens of the country, and he has picked energy as one of the major drivers of economic growth and industrial development. And that is actually true.
Chief Adelabu then urged the operators to synergize for the success of the power sector.
It's a collective effort. All stakeholders must sit up and be ready to play their own parts. It's a chain. No matter how strong we are performing generation or transmission or distribution, if any of these three segments is weak, we cannot realize the results. So we must work together.
Also in his remarks, the permanent secretary in the Federal Ministry of Power, Mr. Temitokwe Fashedemi, noted the imperatives of working to improve all indices in the Nigeria electricity supply industry, NESI.
Let's go on a timeout. More reports after this.
Verify that land before you buy it. To drastically reduce the incidence of building under the transmission right-of-way or encroaching on designated TCN land, members of the public are hereby requested to verify land near or along transmission line routes before purchasing it. Verification should be made at the Land Development Authority or the TCN office. This will help to drastically reduce the incidence of building under the transmission lines right-of-way and save us all the problem of pulling down the structure or truncating transmission line expansion projects in your community due to court injunction. Help us serve you better. Verify that land before you buy it. This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN.
The Lagos region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, occupies a critical position on the national electricity grid, and because of this, TCN is massively investing in critical power transmission expansion projects that would further increase the region's wheeling capacity. With this spotlight, we'll be taking you on a tour of several substations in this region. Kindly stay with us.
The Lagos region is a vast and complex transmission network that serves bulk power to Ikeja Electric, the Eko Electricity Distribution Company, both in Lagos, and moves to serve areas in Ogun State under the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company franchise area. It has 5 sub-regions with several work centers and over 30 substations that include Ikeja West, Akomba, Alagbon, Egbin, Lekki, among others. The Regional Transmission Manager, Lagos Region of TCN, Engineer Mujid Akintola, gives an overview of this vast coverage area.
The region is about 31 years from days of NEPA, PAC, and that's when the region started. And we wheel power from the generation to the distribution end. We have 31 substations that is managed by 5 sub-regions. As at present, without mentioning the new projects that are ongoing, Lagos can conveniently wheel about 3,000 megawatts. But as at present, because of the generation, we wheel between 1,450 to 1,500 megawatts.
Beyond the present capacity, the management of TCN is on an expansion spree of the power transmission system.
Basically, there are so many projects that are ongoing. We have the ones that with the World Bank, we have those ones that are from FG Power, and the one that is in-house done by TCN engineers.
This is the 330-132-33 kV Egbin transmission substation in Lagos. This facility, which serves a critical part of the commercial city, went through a series of maintenance and upgrades. The circuit breaker replacement project was a priority for the management of TCN to ensure that the facility sustains its optimal operation. Here is the 330-132-33 kV Akomba transmission substation, also in Lagos. A similar circuit breaker replacement project was also executed here. Engineer Fumilayo Ekoko, the Assistant General Manager, Transmission at Akomba Sub-Region of TCN, is also excited about the project delivery.
We are replacing the old and defective bus coupler breaker, 33 kV bus coupler breaker. We have 2 lines from Ikeja West. Ikeja West Akomba 30 kV lines 1 and 2, circuit W3N and 4L. W3L is attached to main bus, and W4L is attached to reserve bus. But this breaker is used to couple to the 2 box. With the installation now, with this present installation that is going on, it's going to help us a lot. 1, it will reduce equipment downtime. If any of the line is out, we will not notice it because the bus are coupled. So either line 1 is out or line 2 is out, all the transformer will be on at the same time. This one now, we can couple the bus, equipment downtime is out of it. Effective wheeling is what we are up to now. Like our customer, our main customer, talking about Ojo, Ilupeju, Isolo, Ijora, there will be no outage for them. At least if one line is out, we are sure that the other line will supply them. So there's no equipment downtime.
The circuit breaker and bus bar replacement project was also replicated at the 330-132-33 kV Ikeja West transmission substation. Engineer Ogunsanya Adeyinka, the Assistant General Manager, Transmission at the Ikeja West sub-region of TCN, also spoke about the project execution.
We are installing a 330 kV circuit breaker that is feeding the area of Surulere and Lagos Island. The benefit of this is that normally 2 lines is feeding Surulere area and the entire Lagos Island, but one of them had issue. We have to replace it. The aim of this is to create redundancy for the line, so that when one line goes, the other can supply the line. The distribution company that will benefit from this work is Eco Distribution Company, and some part of Ikeja will also benefit from it. There will be consistent transmission from the generation to entire 50% of Lagos State. That's the aim of this job. Oshodi, Surulere, Mushin, Amuwo Dofin, Ijora, part of Idumagbo will also benefit from it. We have another one that is supposed to start immediately after this one. That one will feed the entire Ibafo area. It will feed part of Alausa and some part of Ikeja.
Oh my God, what caused this fire? Eh? Hey, God help us. Assuming this thing happened in the night, nobody from this building would have come out alive.
Madam, hey, this is why we have warned landlords not to erect structures under the high voltage lines. If this high voltage line fell on the ground, nothing would have happened. But because this structure has been wrongly erected and the high voltage line fell on it, that is why whatever has happened has happened. We advise landlords to always consult the Transmission Company of Nigeria on their safety compliance on the right of way, so that something like this does not happen again.
Oga, we are talking of burnt house and you are talking of right of way. What is right of way and safety compliance?
Safety compliance simply means before erecting any structure around any electricity tower or line, there are safety distances you must adhere to. These safety distances are 25 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 330 kV, 15 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 132 kV, and 7.5 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 33/11 kV. These stipulated safety distance instructions are what we call right of way. If these simple, basic safety distances are adhered to, trust me, there will be less loss of property and lives resulting from cut transmission lines.
Visit Transmission Company of Nigeria office nearest to you for your safety regulations before erecting structures. Let us save lives and properties and build a stronger Nigeria. This message is from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
Welcome back. The spotlight on transmission substation upgrade in the Lagos region continues. Some of these projects have already been completed and are boosting the operations of the respective power transmission substations.
Some of them are almost completed, but about 2-3 months back, we commissioned the one we did on our own, that is Itire and Isolo. They are 60 MVA. So presently they are picking load to the maximum now.
Right here at the 132 33 kV Itire substation, the management of TCN demonstrates the capability to enhance bulk power capacity of the facility. Engineer Fumilayo Ekoko, the Assistant General Manager Transmission at Akomba sub-region of TCN, said a similar project on the replacement of circuit breakers and bus bar was successfully carried out in this facility. At the 132 33 kV Isolo transmission substation still within Lagos, TCN in-house engineers installed an isolator device for the newly installed 60 MVA power transformer in the substation.
We have some community around this Isolo 132 kV station. First of all, Lagos International Airport will benefit. They have their feeder here. Idiaraba too, around this area, will benefit. We have the Isolo local. This local comprises of the local markets in this environment, the Ladipo towards Oshodi, and finally we have the Mushin environment that will benefit from this transformer. Both Eko and Ikeja will benefit from this transformer, because this station, if you look at it thoroughly, it's almost at the middle of how Eko and Ikeja West distributed the load of Lagos. So some part of Eko, Disco will benefit, and some part of Ikeja, Disco will benefit from this transformer.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, isn't resting. Right at the 330 132 33 kV Alagbon transmission substation in Lagos, the company delivered 100 by 125 MVA power transformers and all accessories for the 132 33 kV section.
Two transformers are going to be installed here at allowable to expand under the transmission expansion. We are expected to have about 6 feeders out of these transformers after it has been installed. So if we add it off, it's going to be almost 300 MVA, more than 300 MVA capacity. Banana Island, that is Banana Island, this Osborne Estate, and the Dolphin area in this Lagos region.
Through NETAB, a World Bank funded project of TCN, a 300 MVA power transformer was recently delivered to the 330-132 33 kV Lekki transmission substation in Lagos.
The expansion is something else. It's to the benefits of everybody. It might not be futures immediately. The government has done what they should. So it's for us to do our best. That's transmission-wise, but then let us see what will also happen from the generation and for distribution to be able to wheel it out, pull it out. But for transmission, we have no problem. We are set.
And at the 132 33 kV Ajah transmission substation in Lagos, TCN is building an expansive administrative and office complex. The Lagos region stretches into Ogun State. The 132 33 kV Ota transmission substation also has its fair share of the ongoing expansion and substation upgrade projects nationwide. A brand new 60 MVA power transformer was delivered to the substation and installed.
You have seen the enormous works the management of TCN is doing toward improving on power transmission infrastructure in the Lagos region. Similar projects are also ongoing across the 9 other regions nationwide and will continue to bring them up as they are being implemented. Let's take you through the headlines again. Minister of Power Chief Adebayo Adelabu tasked operators on improved sector performance. The spotlight was on the Lagos region of TCN, where critical power transmission expansion projects are being accelerated to further increase the region's wheeling capacity. TCN appeals to members of the public to steer clear of power transmission installations and desist from vandalizing such. Let your voice be heard as you join TCN on this campaign against vandalism and encroachment of power transmission installations. Get more information when you subscribe to the TCN YouTube channel TCN_Nigeria. On Facebook, kindly like the page Transmission Company of Nigeria. On X, formerly Twitter, follow TCN via TCN_Nigeria. TCN is also on Instagram, TCN_Nigeria. You can also send email messages to TCN via affairs.public@tcn.org.ng and it will get the required attention. Learn about the company's activities on the interactive website www.tcn.org.ng. The Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN commits to always deliver the best of services in the delivery of bulk power nationwide in the most efficient way. Let's have more conversation on this in the next edition of the Power Circuit. I am Amara Agobesi. Bye.